notice is that there's nobody right next to me. It's because Missy got sick. So she was not able to make her flight, so we moved her flight. So she's going to be coming a little later on January 10th, and I'll be able to come pick her up and stuff. But that means the first 10 days are going to be all me. If you think about it, planes are just crappy teleportation. Close your eyes for 14 minutes and boom, you're in a new place. Lady next to me on the plane had not been to Australia in 30 years, so I pointed it out to her when we were there. I dragged my 125-pound bag on a 15-minute walk to save $30. It wasn't worth it. First day. Hooray. Alone, I walked the streets in search of sustenance. I found beans. I met a British man named Jack. He took me to meet his cousin and her friends. We went on a free walking tour of Sydney.
Big white bird with a long black.
Being all by myself, I assimilated into their group to keep at bay the crippling anxiety of having no plans and no responsibilities. Did you know rum was a de facto currency for Australia in its early years? They made a hospital from the profits of selling rum. The hospital ended up being too big. Apparently, if you touched the magic hog nose, all your wildest dreams would come true. I didn't trust the pig with my secrets. I started to disassociate when I saw the Christmas tree. I could hear the wind chimes calling me the dancing queen. Foam in the fountain. Walk. Act normal. Blend in with your surroundings. Channeling my inner NPC, I stared into the sky with reckless abandon, wondering what day the sky blue is.
And it's obviously a bunch of bird cages hanging above this alleyway.
I find that in general, the more important the building, the weirder it looks. A skyline that stands out means people will take photos of it. What will people do with that photo? Probably nothing. Unless everyone has a YouTube channel. Near the end of the tour, we went to the Rocks. It was a bar in old buildings. Did not see any rocks. There are 6 million rivets in the Harbor Bridge. I'm not sure what to do with this information and have no way of confirming its validity. We saw people getting married and thought it was fake. We will never know the truth. Friends from earlier are also traveling the coast and have a YouTube channel. Maybe we're all NPCs and we just don't know it. Is that the illusion of free will? Does fate dictate our ability to make decisions and therefore make us non-playable characters? I don't choose to wake up, but here I am, awake. There are people lined up outside my window. I'm gonna lie, that might be people already lining up for the fireworks, so I'm not about to get in line. I'm actually headed over on a ferry to go to Manly to hang out with a friend that I haven't seen in it's basically been 15 years. Missy, still not here.
What? What? Oh, man. That is brutal.
I really like the ferry system. Going on a boat that is faster than a train or car feels wrong, but I think it's just really good city planning. I could see the people waiting for the fireworks tonight. Lord, have mercy on my soul. This is Garrick Waddy. I have seen him 2 times in the past 14 years, and he picked me up from the ferry station, let me leave my bag in his garage, and brought me to meet his friends. We watched volleyball. You know those people you see playing volleyball on the beach? Garrick and his friends are those people. They were really nice and I felt really included. It was nice to see through a window into someone else's life. These friends you hardly talk to are always there. It doesn't take too much time to say hi, and as quick as that, you'll find yourself saying goodbye again. I told them we should take a photo for my mom, but it was actually for me. Now it's time to wait for the night flowers at midnight. There were so many people. Where I was sitting was empty 30 minutes ago. Bluey made an appearance, and that made me think of my nephew. I almost left after the 9 p.m. fireworks happened. I started to lose my sanity, jet-lagged, and no entertainment for hours. Pink sailboat goes by, standing, sitting, the government, and staring at an empty bridge. I am a sheep in a sea of sheeple. Numbers written on the walls counting down to an end, the end of waiting. I was kind of behind the whole thing, but it was still really cool. It made me think of the first time I ever saw snow. I couldn't help but make this weird giggling excitement sound as huge flakes of snow fell from the sky. In this case, however, it was burning cylinders of ash ripping through the sky and cascading light, explosions surrounding me in a fiery cacophony of fleeting joy. The rush of light from the depths of midnight find the right-sized eyes to dilate. Harder to catch and difficult to hold on to, each only half a moment in present time as they pass us by. You may celebrate a year, but a year can be counted in seconds. Most of the time, it's the dark sky that encapsulates our mind, but the highlights stand out. Standing here and waiting for hours for 15 minutes of fireworks made me think about what it means to celebrate the new year. Yes, the end is important, but what's more important is how you spend your time getting to the end and who you spend that time with. That 8-hour wait for these fireworks was brutal, but with friends to pass the time, it's not so bad. It's not just about the new year or the celebration of the past one. Past and future are as perishable as any dream, but that the present is but the dimensionless and durationless border between the two. We stand on the knife edge of time, and like a firework, it can be wonderful, dangerous, expensive, but always unique and never the same. A year is made up of each day, and most of them won't have fireworks to celebrate them. They will just have the people you wish to spend the time with.
Happy New Year, Missy. Love you.
A madhouse of exhausted drunks walked the streets of Sydney that night. Their hotels far away, but their homes even farther. Lost and cut off from the direction I wished to take, I found myself in a sea of people going in the wrong direction. I am the sheep in a sea of sheeple. I am just happy I got home before it started raining. So I quit drinking for the trip, and one of the catalysts for this decision is the fact that I am always hungover going into the new year, and I was just sick of it. So as great as New Year's Eve is, New Year's Day is important. So I got out there. The Opera House is the strangest looking building I have ever seen. So as we know, that makes it better than the other buildings.
You know that scene in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory where they go into the river and they got the canoes and the rowers? They just keep on rowing and the lights get all crazy. That's what it felt like going inside the Opera House and watching this video. I couldn't really make much sense of it. The inside is rad. But on another TV, they had like a history of all the different things that happened at the Opera House, and it was actually pretty cool. Found a pretty cool vantage point. I think other people probably found a slightly better one.
I don't trust these birds. I feel like those beaks can go right through my eyeballs. Have you guys seen the movie Fern Gully? It's got Robin Williams as a bat. Lay in the grass, meditate, stretch, all that pretentious stuff that makes you better than everyone else. When I close my eyes at night, I have visions of these birds feasting on flesh, their feet digging into my skin. The gates of hell hath no mercy for these nightmares. Dayflowers in the ground, not in the sky, but in the ground, where they're supposed to be. Wonder what that name is. Never mind.
Off we go, yet again. I gotta make it to the airport. Now on Valor Beach. Go back to the roots, you know?
Sunrise is nice on the east coast of anywhere, but on the way to the airport it seems to hit a little different. One quick jump up to start the trip in earnest. Sydney was but a stopping point. I thought it was very cool, but it's on to my hometown, where I'm going to show you where I grew up and prep for the life on the road. So, in the sky, I go.